morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, and happy President's Day, right? Um, One of the things that I'm thinking about, have you heard the saying that a small hinge opens a big door, right? We think of hinges, big, heavy door. We've got these hinges on there. And it started me thinking about small movement. And I was actually having a conversation with a friend of mine that we were talking about that, little movements. Actually, what was it that he said? Progress pays the bills. And so it started me thinking about these small movements, right? I advocate this 15-minute timer because that 15-minute timer it's a small movement. Dedicating 15 minutes a day to your art business can really make a big difference. The first 15 minutes you're going, "Oh my gosh, I don't know if this is going to work out." But after that, it starts to compound, right? It's like compounding interest. It grows wealth over time. Well, those small movements in your art business, they begin to make really big differences over time, right? If all you have is 15 minutes to dedicate to your art business, and it's not just saying, okay, 15 minutes, what am I going to do for this 15 minutes? It's having a real plan. So the first 15 minutes, what you do is you decide, okay, what are the things that are important for me to focus on in my art business? That's the first 15 minutes. And identify 5 of them, because if your list gets too big, you become overwhelmed, and then it becomes something that you're going, well, I can't do all this. So choose 5 things. Sometimes I only choose 3 to 5, whichever one isn't too overwhelming for you. Spend 15 minutes identifying what those 3 to 5 things are that you can do in your art business. Now, for me, the things that I really advocate are making sure that your website is set up in a particular kind of way, right? Having your website set up so that when your visitors come, you know who has been there because you've got a form. I love pop-ups, right? Pop-ups are really important for somebody coming in. They've been there 10, 15 seconds, and this pop-up says, hey, I'd love to stay in contact with you. The verbiage that we use is really important as well, and get my newsletter, not quite so stimulating. Become part of my art community. Well, gosh, I don't know. I'd like to be part of your art community. Or let's stay in touch. Gosh, I'd love to stay in touch with some incredible artists, right? I know that for me, and I'm in touch with artists all the time, that when I have an opportunity to get an email from an artist that I admire, that I've gone to their website and I've decided that I'm going to fill out that form is something really big for me. So putting that on your 15 minutes, in your first 15 minutes, the 3 to 5 things, updating your website. Another one is to answer emails. Now, I know many artists are pretty relaxed in answering the emails that come into their inbox. Another one is setting up your social media. So there's 3 things really easy. Boom, 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 right? 2 more things are, is there an opportunity for me? Well, one of the things that I really like is when an artist offers an open studio. In offering that open studio, and you do it via Zoom, right? You have a opportunity for people to come in and see what you're working on, talk to you, make connections. One more, let's see, one more would be answering the comments that are on your post, and not just making it a thanks everybody, I really appreciate your support. Going and answering each one. Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Um, acknowledging my art. I really appreciate you appreciating my art. Your support really means a lot to me. Um, there are a million different ways that you can respond to people who are telling you how wonderful your art is, rather than just a blanket, oh my gosh, mm, thanks everyone, right? Make it more personal, because it's those connections that are going to really push that needle forward. So spend 15 minutes, identify 3 to 5 things that are going to help push the needle forward. And 15 minutes a day can really make a difference. So it's like compounded growth. That's how it is that we create wealth, right? Put in a small amount and keep adding to that small amount, small amount, small amount. And then over time, it turns into something really rich. And that happens with our art business too. So go spend 15 minutes identifying 3 to 5 things that you can do in your art business this week. Your 5 for 5s. What 5 things can you spend 15 minutes each day this week doing? First one is identifying what those things are. So go have a magnificent day and create something beautiful. I'll see you tomorrow.